What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. You join me from inside my 2022 Audi RS3. It's a four-sprung edition. We're going to take it for our first proper drive today. Before previous video, I tried to take you guys for a first drive mixed in with my 5 things I love and hate. The camera got a bit low on battery, so we had to cut that a bit short. So I'm going to take you on a first proper drive today. I'm going to give you guys what it's like from an owner's perspective to drive the car. We'll play with the different driving modes. I'll talk to you about the seats, whether they're comfortable, the handling, how it deals with a back road. It's about 3 or 4 degrees this morning, so it's pretty cold. So we'll get a proper feel for how the car is like living day to day in England, in like sort of the morning conditions in the spring. Yeah, so we're gonna go for a mooch and see how the car gets on. So yeah, come along with us, stay tuned and enjoy the video. Stopping, the light's green, it's green. Right, so now then, so quick. I do actually think from inside the cabin, regardless of whether it's synthesized or not, this car actually sounds better stock for stock than the 8V RS3, its predecessor. So I'm actually quite surprised at that, because people are saying about the filters and the other bits that sort of, you know, ruin the sound. But I actually think I don't know, you know, maybe it is synthesized, but the internal sound from inside the cabin is better than that car. You've heard it here first. Outside the car though, bit of a different story. I've walked around the car with it on idle. You know, it's not the same. I don't know about on full chat when you're sort of flying by someone. I don't know how it sounds from the pavement or the outside perspective, but when it's on idle, just parked up, or on a cold start, it's not as throaty. You don't get as much of that 5-cylinder sound that you would from the predecessor, so that's a bit of a letdown. But I feel like with an exhaust system, a little bit of tuning, that's something that we can work on. So yeah, we'll get our first run on a twisty now. I'll just hang back a little bit just so we can get some space for a proper drive. All right, let's have a look then. So we'll RS performance mode. We're in second, 30 miles an hour. Right, here we go then. So we get twisty up through the gears. On the brakes, ceramic brakes work good. Get it round the corner. Oh, the handling on this car is a massive improvement on the predecessor. The handling on this car, I know we've got the torque rear that we can put on and whatever, but just in normal 4-wheel drive performance mode, it's, there you go, down the gear. It's so quick, it's so quick. It's literally unhinged in this RS performance mode. It's just a level on again. But yeah, I was just saying the handling is such a marked improvement on the previous car. I know you can do little bits to it and you know, get some yeah, you have to be careful, because this car actually is a lot more sort of rear end happy than any other four-wheel drive car that I've driven. So you have to actually respect it a little bit more, because even with 4-wheel drive mode on, you can feel the back end starting to twitch a little bit. So yeah, it's a lot more fun to drive than any other 4-wheel drive car that I've been in. It's a lot more lively, and yeah, to be honest, Audi absolutely smashed it with how this car drives compared to previous RS3s. I mean, you know, I had the 8V in saloon, so the same body shape and everything. I absolutely love that car. I sold it purely because I couldn't afford it at the time, but now looking back, I saw it up for sale recently actually, and I was considering buying it back. So that car is no slouch, you know. It's brilliant on a back road. It's good. It just lacks that little bit of fun that an M car, or I mean even the A45 is said to be a lot more fun than it as well. So yeah, it just lacks that little bit of liveliness that a hot hatch or a hyper hatch should have. Whereas this car's just blown it out of the water. It's like it's taken all of the sort of aspects that it needed to work on, and it's just gone tick that box, tick that box, tick that box. You know, it's finally where the RS3 needs to be and where it deserves to be. So yeah, you know, I literally can't fault it on the back road driving. The only thing I would say about this car that I say the only thing I'm going to change, there's a few things I'm going to change. There's going to be a carbon kit on it at some point. The steering wheel. Now, we've got this round steering wheel, and I mean, from a driver's perspective, as you're actually sort of driving this car with the 4-sprung edition, I know the carbon black comes with a flat bottom, so if you're, you know, more of a driver and you want the sporty feel from inside the cabin, then you get the flat bottom and the carbon black. But if you get the 4-sprung because you want the pan roof, then you get the round steering wheel. And you know, I mean, for a 400 brake horsepower car, I really thought, and the car that's at the top of the tree, that would have been different. So there will be an aftermarket steering wheel coming at some point, because I just feel like this car deserves it. You know, it should have had it from factory. It deserves it. So I will be changing that at some point. That will be coming to the channel. So that should be something to look forward to there. What's our next thing on the agenda? I don't actually know at this point. I'm just enjoying the car really. It's all round, you know, it's the perfect all-rounder. It's the perfect daily. It's compact enough that you can park it where you need to park it. It's fast enough that you could blitz anything off the lights. Not that we do that though, not on the public roads. We're sensible drivers here. It's nice to know that any other road car, pretty much, that's not classed as a supercar, this is pretty much more capable than any of those. So that is, you know, that is good to know. It's, you know, I mean, I think, to be honest, this would keep up with most 911s around some English B roads. I don't think it will struggle with that at all, to be honest. The way that this car gets around corners, the way, you know, if you get the gearing right and you get the revs up at the right amount. I mean, I've seen it on dynos that from about 3,000 RPM right through to 6,500, 7,000 RPM, you're actually running at 400 horsepower. So you're getting the maximum bang for your buck right through the rev range. So that is why this car is actually so fast in a straight line. But yeah, I feel like we're going to round off the video now. This has been my first drive. I've actually really enjoyed it. I am enjoying the car. There'll be plenty of modifications coming soon. I've been invited down to R44 Performance, so we're going to be popping down there over the next week or two to get our first modification on the car. I won't tell you guys what it is just yet. We'll save that for the next video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed my first drive. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys. Just before we go, we're at a set of lights. We'll get it in RS Performance, give it one last pull, just for the enjoyment. Don't know if you guys can see, I've got just here, in the bottom of the picture, box of eggs in the back of the car. I've started going to the gym, so here we go. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more tail happy than the previous car. Yeah, it's definitely quick. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, I was saying about the eggs, I've actually started going gym, so maybe we'll see some progress. Maybe I'll do a gym video at some point. I've actually got a little idea for a playlist I'm going to do between the cars and the gym, so that'll be coming at some point on the channel. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheers.